Castle Railings, the Concept Sports Development Centre, Credit Manager at Call, Custom Kitchens by Design, Peter Kashowski, GA Finance, John Apostolowski, Dalton Partners, Darracon, DCB Group, Jaffas Stone Mason, Dennis Dodge Auto Centre, the Duke Hotel, Sons Butchers, Elders Real Estate, EDP Consultants, the Excavation Specialist, Phodex Property Group, Foresight IT, Good Food Distributors, Harry's Mitchell Joint, High Tech Oils, the Hub Advisory Group, Hunter Valley Steel, HB Aluminium, James Murray Funeral Directors, JBE Industries, Jonas Sport Australia, the Macedonian Pensioners Association, Gossett Delchurch, Matthews Sportsfield Maintenance, Merritt Cleaning, Jimmy Kresner, Newcastle Macedonian Sports Club, Newcastle French Hot Bread, National Auto Wholesale, My Car at Islington, Piggott Pharmacy, PFD Food Services, Queen's Walk Brewery, SP Glass and Glazing, Sharp Electronics Group, Broadmeadow, Sid Phillips National Repairs, Lambton, Stone Real Estate, Dave Sancheski, Summit Financial Services, Williams the Jewelers only at the junction, Erderock Upholstery, and Why Not Technologies. Once again, welcome to Magic Park and enjoy the football.
Harry, pen. You're fish, mate. Can't ask anymore. Make sure he gets the yellow. Don't mix the shirts. Yeah.
Wait, Regan's got another golden shirt. I read that. But that's like Regan had the first 5 games, Regan had a goal for 2 shirts.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Part 4 National Premier League action. It's round 9 in National Northern New South Wales National Premier League, and Broadmeadow Magic is taking on the Lambton Jaffas Football Club. Team lineup for Lambton in this under-20s fixture are as follows: number 30, Nathan Benton; number 11, Aidan Goodwin; number 10, Jaden Janovich; number 9, Ryan Clout; number 6, Aidan Halpin; number 13, Rex Fernandez; number 3, Will Stevenson; number 5, Liam Mansfield; number 8, Alex Sozanowski; number 7, Kai Bradley; number 12, Scott Bradley. Substitutes, we have number 40, Jacob Morgan. For Broadmeadow Magic, we have number 4, Luke Callan; number 8, Byron Cousins; number 2, Josh Davis; number 1, Emerson Bosley; number 7, Pete Kenderon; number 3, Adam Molinari; number 6, Tino Muruendi; number 9, Jaden Steelson; number 5, Taki Fujiyama; number 11, Luke Wilson; and number 10, Lord Smith. Substitutes for Broadmeadow, we have number 66, Isaac Quinn; number 12, Willie Haddon; number 13, Angus McGrath; number 14, Connor Fitzpatrick; and number 15, Faris Abrini. Once again, welcome to Magic Park and enjoy the football.
Chucky, boring, Richie Cal, get some numbers. Got some wide, Will, wide. Keep dragging it. Well done, that's good. Good start, well done. Just be aware, that's all. Well done, Lucky Cal, good talk. Work together, slide over, one minute. Ball over, Stewie, track the ball. Ready? Just stay this side of Stewie for the second ball, yeah? You go and say Stewie here, right? Yeah. Then you just go and say Stewie.
Ball, boys. Second, the winner. First, second, Jaffas.
Ready, you stay this side of Stewie for the second. Let's go! Working! Next one, unlucky. Keep hitting three. Keep hitting three. Just roll it out, Lukey, just roll it out.
Thanks, guys. Done? Yeah.
Come on, guys. Just back to that for us, mate. Let's go. Thank you. Hey, Brock, just here. Right, slide now, lads.
Play.
On it. Press on the shit ball. Hey. Come Take offside. This side. Hey, Siki! On Nicky! Keep going with me. Seven, you can get out of there as well, mate. That's this one. Fall down. Alright, let's show up. Get across.
Numbers late. Work within, go within.
Rocky!
Jackie, beware. Drake, Nicky, Cal with ya.
Rexy! Yeah, corner! Oh, Stubo. Just talk to me 2-6s. If we all both
Get sorted early. Smithy, you and Ty swap for 5. Ty, swap with Smithy for 5. You need a 6. You need something to see out the box.
Claudia, you go there, Claudia.
No, that's right.
Hey, drop. Rex, you want to take it? Rex, take it. Drop in.
Balance off our sixes.
Rex, more to your right. Rex, you're right.
Huey, head. Second off, head.
Go on!
Come on.
Hey! Hey! Go on! Slip it! Take it up!
Mark in front, Zeke. Yeah, nothing wrong with the right. Set up now.
Hey, Jado.
Just be aware, Tucky, that's all. Pass them off to Luke. Luke. Beware. Tight. Yeah, beware. As soon as you get it, release it.
Further back. Come on.
Track with him.
Got to win it in front. Reset! Set up. Sit! Stay quiet. Head up. Harry, push on a bit. Halfway. Go on. Shoulders. Wait and drop. Halfway, go central. Easy, wider. Right.
We're dead. Get the next one. Where's the next one?
Forward.
Tucky's got
Yeah,
it.
step here, get up.
Get out of there. Relax, relax. Give us 5, Gozzo.
Drop wide, drop.
Bring him in, Adam. Let's go, leave him in. Good Luke, Cal, well done. Start again, Cal. You're on the ball, Stewie. Finish, well done. Licky. Come on. Other end, Dad. Other end. Tuck in well. Tuck in, Smitty. Tuck in.
Half time in number 26 yesterday, Andrew Park with Broadmeadow. Broadmeadow Magic 1, leading Lambton, Jaffas 0. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers in the venue today. Mothers, grandmothers, aunties, girlfriends. Happy Mother's Day. It's the Westpac Rescue Helicopter Charity Shield today. Proudly match day sponsored by Elders. So please take the time to visit the Westpac Rescue Helicopter Volunteers located at the southern end of the ground. Please spare some change, purchase some raffle tickets and support this great event. To date, we've raised nearly $32,000 for the Westpac Rescue Helicopter, and we're hoping with today's efforts we can get over 40,000, but we need your help. So please visit the Westpac Rescue Helicopter Volunteers at the southern end of the ground today at Maple Park. Thank you.
Any changes? What?
So with that, what
Must win!
He's not molested all game, and he does that. Right, this is where you're on top now. Just wait, don't get alone. Just wait, Will, stay. Shape again. Second ball. No foul, boy. Will.
Dribble.
Harris. Dewey, give us 10, 15 and you're the same, alright? Oi, Dewey, 15 and you're the same.
The linesman needs to get in line. Thanks, Hayden. Red. Let's go, that's fine.
Red!
Let's go.
Coming.
Hey!
Time on board, Tino! Dead blue. Good, Tucky. 2 seconds, just there, just sit out. See? Tucky, that's good there. Tucky, good. Stay. Stewie, stand on the keeper. Relax. Find a runner through the middle.
Hey, it was this fucking here.
What?
Wait, Jono! Get up! Move up, boy. Full boy.
Stand for me on the ground. On the ground.
Kelly, that's not going to do it. Free kick. Smithy, go for it.
Play out far. Play out far.
Strong! Adam! Track in, Farris, gotta get there, Farris!
Rexy, easy, Rex. More charges, be part of the back line, son.
Get up, get up!
Yes, boy. Get some shape. Rexy, press. Boy, press. Rock, get across.
Slide in.
Left shoulder, bro.
Yes, that's ours. That's all.
Forward, go! Wills, just be aware, that'll do you. Traffic in out the starway. Wills, that's good. Stay up! Reset! Set up, come on! Come on, not good enough! Work with it! Work with it! Shut!
You're on. No turn!
Beware, side on! Give us 5! Stewie, stay last man.
Easy, Joshy!
Let it get down well. Smithy! Smithy, be aware, that's all, stay there, be aware, yep.
Keep him in it! Keep him in it! Right, right, right.
That's a good spot, Will, that's a good spot.
Pick up!
No turn, Steve. No turn.
Will, stay where you were.
Good Steve.
Get up, y'all!
Yep.
That's it! Apple, apple.
Yep, Cindy. Go on, go on. Touch and go.
Get the box!
Time!
That's it! Big, get there!
Stop, Jackie, Jackie.
Right, Jackie! Jackie! Go! Get up! Get up!
Get the ball. Here we go, need you.
Jack over, shoulder, stay secure.
Relax, relax, set it up. Hold the 16, just hold weight, Will. Set it up. Stay, Adam, stay. Ed, stay. Lukey, stay, Zeke. Tucky, Tucky, stay. Stay, Tucky, stay. Josh says back stick, yeah? Drive in, Tino, go in. Tucky, you'll get it. That's it, good spot. Stay there, stay there. Back in. Work in, Josh. Work, Tino. Well done, Tino. You've got to be out. One on one. Slow down, set it up. Go. That's 6. Okay, stay in. One of you's in the box, hey. Will, stay, don't get sucked in. Stay out, Will. Hey!
Hey!
the ball, Stewie. Six. Gets it off. Numbers. Set, numbers. Well done, Jackie. Track runners. One up, one off. One up, one off. in your wall. Walk up to it. Emma, give us 5.
Stodge, why are you hiding?
Back! Hey! Connor. Adam, leave it. Leave it, Ed.
Got to win the header. Must win Jack. One person second prize.
Wait, find someone, Barry. Go on, Barry.
Hand off. Yeah.
Let's go, come on. Start again. Wait, feet. Stay loose, stay at. Julian, just go. See, you go. No, you add, you stay. Take it, yep. Mark in front there, ads. Zeke, stay out. Ref. Yep, ref. Yes, we're doing it. Stewie. Where's Stewie? Stewie. Mate.
Next one, if it didn't take too long.
Come on, mate.
Oh, come on, mate, hurry up.
Mate, I'm not from the other side of the park.
Full-time under-20s fixture with Broadmeadow 2 defeating Lambton Jaffas 0. In the Charity Shield main game, scheduled to kick off at 2:30. Broadmeadow would like to welcome today's matchday sponsor, Elders Real Estate Lambton. Thank you for your ongoing support and organisation of today's Elders Charity Shield. A reminder to all patrons here today at Magic Park, we have the volunteers from the Westpac Rescue Helicopter stationed at the southern end of the ground. Please visit them and give deck for this special cause and purchase a raffle ticket in support of the Westpac Rescue Helicopter Shield.
Ready? Come on.
You got the one mic or two? I got a headset. Beautiful.
Yeah,
Come on.
Benny's had his teeth out, so he's not doing it.
Yeah, so it's just you and
CT.
Yeah, so there's one headset, so
Oh, beautiful.
So I'll just join them up.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, because
We just got
drop it down. Yeah, normally.
Yeah, come on.
So there's a headset guys.
Right, come on. Yeah, good.
Control set to go whenever.
Go. Let me just have a quick look. He's down there. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you want to share? Yeah.
I'd probably not. I don't reckon. It's pretty unprofessional, CT. We're not. Jimmy.
Good afternoon and welcome to this round 9 fixture between Broadmeadow Magic and Lambton Jaffas. This afternoon we've got the 2019 Charity Shield, Westpac Charity Shield. All funds being donated that are raised today for the Westpac Rescue Helicopter, and we're very excited about that. Chris Turner here, joined by Damien Smith. Smudge, should be a good afternoon.
It's a glorious afternoon. You'll probably give us an update on the winds later, CT, with your surfing background. But yeah, Westpac Helicopter, it's a significant service for the region, isn't it? And it's great to have these two teams play for such a wonderful charity.
Yeah, it certainly is, Smudge. And we'll just quickly go through the teams here for Broadmeadow Magic. And goals, Paul Betts, Cal Bradbury, Justin Broadley, who I think is actually out today, Smudge, Cody Carroll, John Griffiths, Matthew Hill, David Ifield, Brad McKenzie, John Majerowski, Mitchell Oxborough, Luke Vigili, Jeremy Wilson, Christian Barramora, Ryan Enzor and Jared Baker.
Yeah, good start there, CT. Yes, Justin Broadley is out today, but yeah, looking at Lambton's lineup, looking very strong today. Top of the table clash, first versus second. Lambton in first place at the moment. In number 1 in goals, Brad Swancott. Number 19, Michael Sessions. Number 7, Brent Hamill. Number 14, Braden Crawley. Number 10, Tommy Weller. Number 11, Luke Remington. Number 3, Liam Odell. Number 8, Finn Paris. Number 9, Brock Messenger. Number 13, James Pendry. Number 2, Will McFarlane. And number 6, Andrew Powack. On the bench, number 20, Nathan Denton. Number 5, Anthony Wood. Number 17, Rex Finance. And number 9, Brock Messenger.
Well, Smudge, we're looking forward to a cracker this afternoon. The pitch is in pretty good condition. We see Broadmeadow Magic get us underway.
Welcome to Magic Park for Mother's Day and the Elders Charity Shield.
It is Mother's Day today, CT. We wish all the mothers around the Bar TV world and the soccer world all the best. I hope you had a great day.
I'm guessing, Smudge, there's not too many mothers watching this one today. But if there is any mothers out there, let us know. We'll sure to wish you a happy Mother's Day. Hope you're enjoying your afternoon. And you're right about the weather, Smudge. Close to perfect conditions for football this afternoon. The wind, a light southeast, probably at about 4.5 kilometres per hour. Just gusting a little heavier from time to time.
Just looking at the initial start of the game. Magic making their intentions known, playing the ball forward, playing a little bit longer straight away. They want to put Lambton on the back foot nice and early. Magic have 2 key players out today, don't they, CT? They have their captain, Josh Pennington, who has been suspended for 2 weeks following a send-off a few weeks ago. And they have their leading goal scorer with 7 goals, James Vigili, out, hurting his hamstring against South Cardiff in the FFA Cup.
Yeah, and two big names out of this Broadmeadow side, one of them being the captain in Piddington.
A strong challenge.
Number 5, Number 20,
see, Smudge already, this game has started off in a cracking pace. Top of the table clash here this afternoon.
So it's out the Sessions. Nice run by Tommy Weller, but Sessions passed it straight a little bit, and Paul Bix picked it up. Yeah, just for Lambton, they've got Nathan Verity out. He hurt his hamstring a few weeks ago, so he's having to be back in the next few weeks. And they've got Michael Kanarowski, who hurt his calf. So they're 2 key players for Lambton out as well, CT.
See Bits searching ball. We'll just talk a little bit about the shapes as we get into the game, Smudge, when it settles in.
Yeah, it looks like Lambton's going with their customary 4-3-3. They've been playing it all year, what I've seen.
Yeah, while we're there, welcome back, Smudge. This is, we're in round 9. This is your second game, so good to see you've used up all your annual leave for the next 5 years, mate.
Yeah, maybe my third game, but I've been watching Bar TV regularly while I've been ill and away and etc. So Bart's been good listening to.
I reckon you've seen Jack. Been on holidays.
Been on holidays.
Been a little bit unwell before that.
Just looking at Magic's shape. They've been playing a 4-3-3 throughout the course of the year, but it looked like they've gone 5 at the back today, especially with the loss of Pennington through the centre of their captain. So they're playing quite deep at the moment, but yeah, the way they're setting up, they've definitely got 5 at the back here with Ryan Enzer like a left wing back and Matty Hoole at the right side of the right wing back with their 3 central in Virgili. They've moved Johnny Griff out of midfield back into the central role like a liberal role at the back, and they've got Jeremy Wilson just that right stopper. So interesting call by Zakovic.
And one that's probably fair, because if you ever look at Crowley in particular up front, he's getting plenty of attention being shuffled between Griffiths and Virgili. And you've got the pace there of Wilson as well. He's really coming into his own.
Great turn. Waller across to Remington. Great save by Paul Betts. That's a great one too with Lambton. Great ball across by Waller. And Remington, unlucky, but great save by Betts, CT.
Oh, it really is. And talking to his keeper coach, Clint Gosling, before the game, he says he pulls out the big saves when you're asking him to, and that was one of them right there.
The problem with playing 5 at the back, you've obviously got a spare man. Therefore, you've only got 2 in the centre of the park. Lambton's got 3, so they've got the overlap. And there, Waller, he wasn't picked up. He does make that forward run beyond the back 5, and he was free. And great ball across, and unlucky. But in saying that, it was a great save by Bitts. He spread his wings, and yeah, it's a great save.
And Smudge, we've just had a text from our good young mate, Ben Homer. But he's had a little procedure through the week. When I say a little, he had his 4 wisdom teeth out. He's had a bit of a reaction, an allergic reaction to the penicillin. And he's got some pretty heavy rash going on in his head and his back.
We'll get back to that with Hamill. Back to Pendryer. They're moving the ball around well, CT. Getting a touch and they're playing. They're not dwelling on the ball. We'll get back to Bart in a second. And again, Crawley makes a run forward. Great little turn. And well defended by Jeremy Wilson.
Yeah, so Bart's out of action today. We were hoping to get him in, but he's just a little bit under the weather still. So he, like you, Smudge, is having a little bit of annual leave.
Yeah, he deserves it. He's probably having sick leave, if anything. But great ball across and cleared away by Virgili. Yeah, we missed Bart in the commentary. This is my first game back for 6 weeks. Prefer to do it with Bart, but I'm doing it with you, CT. But that should be fine. But yeah, we wish Bart a speedy recovery, and hopefully he's back on deck next week.
Yeah, well, I mean, him coming out and you coming in has been really a step up in class. Not. But now, welcome back, Smudge.
Ball in by Waller. Nice header by Odell. Cleared away by Wilson. Majerowski. Cody Carroll. Plays it out wide to Hurl. Back to Oxborough. Nice switch of play. That's better by Magic, isn't it? Get the ball on the deck, switch and play. So with Magic playing the 5 at the back, CT, they're sort of playing 2 in the middle with Oxborough and Cody Carroll, and they're playing their usual 3 up front with Brian Moore replacing James Virgili on that right-hand side.
Yeah, I think the key for Broadmeadow here, playing 5 at the back, is probably a good thing because we've got Crowley in particularly good form. He's extremely dangerous, as we've already seen in the game. The key is, though, having Enzo and Hoole in the game in attack. I think that's going to be really important for them as we see Crowley on the ball again, getting a 1-2 in and one.
A bit lucky there, John Griff, didn't he? Sort of checked Crowley. He's looking sharp this year, Crowley. He looked sharp towards the end of last year. Scored 7 goals. He's the leading goal scorer with James Virgili. He scored 7 goals during the week in the FFA Cup against Beresfield.
Yeah, well, you'd expect them to be beating Beresfield, but as far as any coach will be concerned, you're happy with your strikers scoring goals and spreading them around a little bit as well.
I think the key for Magic playing this 5 at the back, one of them needs to step up into midfield every now and again, because Tommy Wallet is fighting for that number 10 is floating free in that centre of the park. It's 2v3 there. If he gets a bit of space, he can sort of spray a few balls into their wide men in Remington and Paris. Got the Wilson. You can hear Ruben Zakovic saying, move it quick, move it quick. They need to have a touch and play. Here's Vigili. Taking it inland, looking for Hurl.
It's just overhit from Vigili, but great idea and great run from Hull. It's where they can get these guys in the game. We mentioned Hull and Enzor before. If those guys can continue with those types of runs.
And it was good out Brian Moore. He tucked inside, allowed Hull to go on the outside, move the defensive Lambton round a little bit. If the ball sort of went to Hull, he was away down that right-hand side. Carroll back to Griffith.
Wilson back to Griffiths again. Magic just really getting a good feel on the football at the moment, just stroking it around.
Just here with Ryan Enzor on the ball. He's playing like a left wing back. I'd like to see him a lot wider. He's too in, which causes congestion in the middle of the park, and it's easy for Lambton to close down. Magic just fortunate enough to get away with that one there.
I like the way they're keeping possession at the moment, Magic. They just, as you say, Smudge, just need to get out of their back third. And Vigili again. This time he opts to go cut back inside again. Finds Carroll. Griffiths. Wilson. And again, Smudge keeping good possession here, Broadmeadow.
And good width as well. See that time, Matty Hill, you know I like my width, CT, is right on the touchline. Playing 5 at the back allows you to have wing backs right on the touchline.
The other thing is too, it's not for them, both wing backs not to be gone at the same time. So one goes, one sits. So you've got some additional cover on. And they'll be good enough to shuffle their players across. Griffiths moves up one quickly. And Wilson doing the same thing to Hull.
Well, I'd like to see Wilson go up Paris there and create a 2v1.
This time Hull plays a ball through. That's Enzor, who strikes it with some power. Swancott, Smudge.
Yes.
First save of the day for him.
Stand strong. Went straight at Swancott. God, he struck it well, didn't he?
Yeah, he hammered it.
Johnny Griffiths has been playing more central for his Enzor down the left-hand side. He's got a bit of space here. Can he deliver? Great ball across. Oh! What a great run by Christian Brymora across the face of Michael Sessions. All they had to do was put it away, and he skewed it to the right-hand side. That was well played by Broadmeadow Magic, and I like the way they're just being patient, and they're using these overlapping wing backs to get him behind, like Enzor then. Because what's happening, Bradbury's staying wide, then he's coming in, allowing Enzor to come on the outside. That's well played by Broadmeadow, and that was a great opportunity.
Yeah, good build-up's been the key for them, the home side here on a few occasions.
Sorry, it's been patient, hasn't it? They've been patient with the ball.
They sure have. You can see they're dropping. There's no rush about this as we see Griffiths drop out to pick it up. Vigili doing the same thing. Wilson's available, and so is Enzor on the left side of the park as they're moving forward. Broadmeadow running from right to left as you're looking at them. Vigili back to Griffiths.
Yeah, they need to be careful here. They're very split, the centre back, the back pairing. Crowley is free in the centre of the park. They have to be very careful. They don't split too far, because if they lose the ball, Crowley, he's on.
Yeah, well, we're just talking about shuffling, and he creates that extra metre or so, Crowley, just to get himself off the defender, and that's what particularly Griffiths and Vigili need to be careful of, because if you give him that space, he's got enough pace to be a real problem.
It's Finn Paris. Oh, well defended by Broadmeadow. Well won by Oxborough. Talking to Oxborough before the game, he's had a bit of a chest infection, so he's been struggling a bit. All you could smell was Vicks on him, to be honest, CT. So it'll be interesting to see how he goes for the full 90 minutes today.
I believe you were that close to him, Smudge.
Yeah, I was that close. Magic very condensed here. Sessions with the ball. Looks for a quick switch. Out to Hamill. Great ball to Hamill. Great ball to Remington. Remington's on goal. Closed in by Enza. Great shot and just wide of the right hand upright. That's well played by Lambton. Good switch of play by Michael Sessions out to Brent Hamill. First time ball into Remington.
Have a look, right? Who's your man?
Ryan Enza just got caught napping there a little bit.
Who's the fullback's man? Yeah, Rem. Okay, we'll stay on Remo and leave the outside. Good wait, go. And again.
Ruben Zakovic just barking instructions. Enzo just got caught out of position there. He sort of went too far out. He should have stayed on Remington rather than going to Brent Hamill.
Go on, son. Ryan, support.
It's been two really good opportunities for Lambton. Majerovski just on the edge of the box.
He did well, Majerovski, hey, very tight.
Yeah, that's one of his strengths, is just the ability to hold the ball while he's got players all around him. Nice and strong. Same for Gilly.
Do you know the one thing I'm really working out with this game already? Two very organised sides here. And both very patient with the ball as well because they know each other so well. Just being patient with the ball, just trying to move the defenders around, create the overlap. Just around the grounds, Edgeworth 1, Valentine 0. Early goal out there at Edgeworth, celebrating Warren Mills' 60th CT.
Yeah, happy birthday to Nilsey. Great Edgeworth legend.
I like the way how you got Majerovski, he's dropped off about 30 yards, however the distance between him and Johnny Griff's only about 30 yards. They're very condensed, hard to get through. Lambton, yeah, great ball over the top to Crowley. Bits is off his line, oh great save by Bits. Great turn by Crowley. Ball across, oh, well defended by Matt Hurl. I'll tell you what, Bits was off his line there, but it was a great save, yeah.
It sure was, and Crowley would love to have that one again because he would have just put it a bit high to clear Bits. He was off his line, and it's a big opportunity. That's the third good chance for Lambton.
You know what, he probably didn't realise Bits had come off his line, so he didn't have really a chance to look up, but that's what Lambton need to mix it up. When it's condensed like that, sometimes they do need to play the longer ball a little bit over the top, just to turn Magic around a little bit. Lambton sort of setting up a little bit the same. Oh, skewed by Vigili to Wallace. Wallace has a strike. Yeah, this time again, Wally would have tried to get Crowley in on this right-hand side.
I think so. Bitch was in good position and he was a long way up and he struck that one.
Oh, Vigili straight in the carrel.
He's looking for the right-sided midfielder, and we've got the ball back into Crowley. Remington. This time diffused by the Magic defence in Oxborough.
They had numbers around the board, didn't they, Magic? That back five really condensed, hard to get through. Enzo on the ball. Plays a long ball through to Brian Moore, but just a little bit too long. Look at the winds. What's the winds going?
Yeah, we've got a southeasterly blowing today, Smudge. It's just a little bit breezier now than what it was at the start of the game.
Yeah, sort of just come up there, didn't it? Pen dry.
Hold inside, Cal.
That's where Dell. Andrew Poe out. To Hamill.
Slide, relax. Well done.
Great ball in by Hamill to backstick. And well cleared by Matt Hurl. He's done well, Matt Hurl, wasn't he? He used to play in central midfield. Now Ruben's had him right back for the last few years. He's done really well at that right full-back position.
Yeah, and I see him as being a key for Broadmeadow this afternoon.
And again,
how he and Enzo get themselves forward at the right times.
Come on, son!
And here, Zadkovic, they're barking the orders out. And so you can see how much this game means to both sides.
Ryan, mark! Mark him, Ryan! Player!
That's well defended by Jeremy Wilson. It's quite a tense game. It's probably, if you look at it at the moment, it's probably fairly even. It hasn't been CT in the opening 15-20 minutes.
Yeah, sure has been in general field play, although Lambton have had a couple more opportunities just at the moment. But you get the feeling, Smudge, that Broadmeadow are far from done with their chances. They've got a long way to go in this one. They've been patient in their build-ups. I like the way that they're just not rushing in their attack.
You have to look at Magic's strike force. They've got Majorowski, Brian Mora and Carl Bradbury in their front three with Mitch Oxborough in behind. They all can score goals.
Well done. Play Lukey. Just relax and keep that ball simple.
So just quickly around the grounds, boys, after about 15 or so minutes, Charlestown 0, Western Bears 0. It's 0-0 here, Broadmeadow Lambton. Adamstown 0, the Jets 0, and Edgeworth are winning 1-0 against Valentine. Good for Gilly. To Wilson. Back to Griffiths. To Wilson. I like to see Wilson carry the ball here and try and bring Finn Paris out so he can play Matt Hurlin. He'll get a one-on-one opportunity against Sessions. Oxborough to Luke Virgili. Back to Bitts. Well defended by Lambton. Ooh. To Enzor. Great ball if he meant it by Paul Bitts. Oxborough. Nice turn. Good to see Hurl if he can get wide on the right hand side. Jeremy Wilson out to Hurl. To Oxborough. Good patient build-up by Magic. I've seen them a few times this year and they're sort of rushing the ball forward nice and quick. They're trying to play it. It's a great ball in. Probably just a little bit too far from Majorowski.
Call for it.
Great ball. Oh! Sorry about that. I thought the referee made the mistake there, but it was a good decision because Luke Virgili actually came across. It was a late challenge on Remington. Sorry, on Waller.
Bitsy! Get him up! Madge on the ball! On the ball!
Yeah, so just saying before, I watched Magic a few times this year and they tend to get the ball forward nice and quick, looking for Virgili, Bradbury, Majorowski, Brummer in behind nice and quick, but they've been very patient with the ball today, which I like. Hamill on the right-hand side, takes on Ensor, gets past Ensor, crosses it to Finn Paris. Oh,
Paris, he was just slightly off balance and didn't get a piece of that one at all.
I thought he was going to hit it actually initially. It was at that height, wasn't it?
Well, clever thinking from Hamill. This ball gets floated in and Bitts swallows that one up. Oxborough, again, he's been a big part of the patient build-up. Finds Brian Mora.
Oh, well controlled by Brian Mora. I think it was a fair call. Yep. Sort of a shoulder-to-shoulder challenge with Sessions. Sorry, Odell it was. Sessions on the ball. Knocks it long to Crowley. Oh, that was handball by Oxborough. Referees played it on. Majorowski, a little bit of space.
This time Remington runs Hamill. Hamill wanting to get on with things. He picked Crowley out, or at least tried to, almost got there. Enzor gets it away, finds Bradbury. Magic, here they go again, Smudge.
Majorowski out the Hill. Good run by Hill, strikes it. And it's a goal by Matty Hill. What a strike, it's a deflected goal. Swampcott was off his line and bounced over the head of Swampcott into the goal. CT, you mentioned it. You think Matt Hill would come into this game, and he sure did.
Yeah, look, it's been patient to build up from Magic, and they've just been very controlled about the way they've moved through the park. Got plenty of ball players on the park, and Hoole that time is claiming everything. And as you say, Smudge, Swancott off his line.
If they get the fullback outside, tell Ryan to stay. Not go out, otherwise I'll pick him off. Like that. Tell him.
Yeah, it's been a pretty even in the first half. Lambton probably had more of the chances, but we always said Magic. They look like they're starting to threaten, and they sure did. It's probably a lucky ball by Enza up to Bradbury, just a few plays beforehand. But with Hoole coming on the overlap on the far side, the ball gets out to him. He had a bit of space on the outside of that box. He wasn't closed down quick enough. Probably hit the strike how he wanted it to, but it did deflect in. So 1-0 to Magic after 20 minutes.
Crosses, stay on your feet. What crosses?
This time Remington pulls the trigger and quickly defused the game from Magic. Oxborough is under a ton of pressure here. Just needs to get it away. Draws a foul. Technically very strong there from Oxborough, Smudge.
Yeah, the way he used his body was perfect. Just on Johnny Griff in the centre of the park. When he was playing Newcastle Jets youth many years ago, that's where he played, sort of in the centre of the defence, and his quality there. I know Ruben's been using him in the centre of the park, which is very good there as well, but he's been superb marshalling his back five at the moment, but also coming and making those solid challenges in the middle of the park when they need to.
Second ball!
Great turn by Bradbury to Majerowski. Got to use his body well, Majerowski.
Yeah, he does. He's as good as anyone going around at it. He's able to hold the ball well enough for play to catch up. And by that, I mean if it's played into him long, he gives his team opportunity to get in and then behind him, and he's able to drop it off to key players. Griffiths on the ball into the Gilly. It's again patience at the back for Broadmeadow. Back to Vigili, put under pressure by Remington. Back to Griffiths, who this time has to clear. Gets as far as Hamill.
Crowley. Oh. Pressure by Magic, out for a goal kick. It's been a good quality game, hasn't it, CT? That both sides have been patient. Defensive structures have been very good for both sides as well. So there's been a few chances from either end, but overall it's been a fairly even opening 25 minutes.
Yeah, we usually talk about midfields and how sometimes they're overloaded or underloaded. If that's a buzzword, whatever. But this game's a smudge. It looks about the attackers and the defenders, doesn't it? Both very strong at each end of the park. Obviously got quality through the middle. That's why they're top of the table clash. But just the ability they have in both front thirds. Again, Hoole back into the game. Cross gets blocked and one's gone out for a corner.
What I liked about that move was Cody Carroll. When he got the ball, he looked up. Oxborough came in, had a bit of space. Oxborough knew exactly what he was doing. Hoole was already on his bike, wasn't he? The ball from Oxborough to Hoole just flied a little bit. It was a little bit lower, and Hoole was running onto it. He could have came in and had a good chance of a decent cross. Magic's corner, Oxborough. He can whip some good balls in, can't he, CT?
Exceptional on the ball, set pieces.
Great ball in by Oxborough, back stick, and that's a foul by Brian Moore on Hamill. Sessions. Ball, great run by Crowley. Pitches off his line. Good cover of defence by John Griff. Crowley again. John Griff's put a lot of pressure on him. God, he's playing well, Crowley. He's had a great season so far with 7 goals. Well done, he held the ball well. Sessions out the pen dry. Back to Sessions. He's got some space down the left-hand side here. Delivers the ball. And just delivered. The cross just went a bit too far, didn't CT?
Yeah, a little bit heavy from that one as Enzor thumps it down the park. And Jaffas is back in possession.
Powick. Odell. Boyd. McFarlane. Powick. Out to Hamill. He's got some space here, Hamill. Down the right hand side. He's cutting inside. That's well defended by Magic. Magic's got numbers behind the ball. They've got 10 behind the ball at the moment. Magic Powick back to Hamill. Very congested. Great run by Pendry. Ball in, cleared by Johnny Griff. John Griff is always in that, he positions himself so well in that back five, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He gets himself pretty much for any of the young players watching between the ball and the goalkeeper, so he puts that extra cover on. It's exactly where he was just at that moment.
Remington, well defended by Bradbury and Enzor.
Interesting clearance. Straight back into the danger zone.
Get us up, Luke! Set him up, mate. Come on, turn the face.
Hotel to McFarlane. Got some nice width here. Lambton. Hotel again. Very condensed space by Magic. Not too many places to go. Good little run by Tommy Waller. And Enzor just knocks it out for a throw in for Lambton. To Pendry. Hopefully I'm saying his name right, CT.
Pendry we're running with.
Well positioned by, good positional play by Matt Hill, but he's lost the ball in the centre of the park. One by Lambton, Coney-Carroll comes out with it. And Swancott, that's his experience, wasn't he? Swancott can read that. He's seen it like 2 or 3 plays beforehand, didn't he, CT?
Yeah, well outside his area. He cleaned that one up for Broadmeadow.
Come on, mate. That's under 12.
Bradbury looked like he was looming large. Swancott saw an end to that.
Majerowski's so strong in the air as well.
He's having another great season, isn't he?
Majerowski, yeah. You know what, he's fit, he's lean, he's keen. Actually, I'll tell you what, his daughter Jessica is a great little netball player. She beat my daughter's side yesterday 18-0. Little centre, she's just like a father.
What are we talking here, Smudge? Under what?
Under 6s.
Under 6.
Yeah. Or maybe 7s, maybe. I think it might be 7s.
You don't know how old your daughter is?
It's under 7s, yeah.
If you've just joined us, this is the round 9 fixture. Broadmeadow Magic versus Lambton Jaffas. Westpac Charity Shield, all in the aid of raising funds for the Westpac Rescue Helicopter. Smudge, after the game today, there's an event back on at the Duke of Wellington Hotel. There'll be lots of auctions happening tonight with donated prizes.
Great chest into Finn Paris. He plays at the Remington. Remington's free. Oh, great save by Bitts. And Grievous. He nearly called a penalty. Thought it was handball. Another great ball across. Headed away from Vagelli. Still going. Oh, Brent Hamill's free on the penalty spot, and he missed it. God, that just all happened way too much, didn't it, CT?
Yeah. It was all happening. And Remington, he's not going to get a better chance than that today, I wouldn't expect. He was one-on-one with the keeper, and he had to put that anywhere except for where he did. And Hamill, hands on head, told the story there. That one was put over the bar, as you say, Smudge, right on the penalty spot. 2 big opportunities. Hamill's down there just shaking his head in disbelief.
That was well played. It was well played by Braden Crowley. He's coming to the sideline at the moment. I'm just unsure or they're going to bark instructions. Is that Michael? That's Bridgie down there, Michael Bridges.
He's on the sideline.
Yeah, you'll be very happy with the way Leeds are going at the moment.
We'd be loving it.
Yep, they beat Derby overnight.
Loving it.
Played Derby in the second leg with a chance to play the winner of Aston Villa and somebody else. I think West Brom to make it to the Premier League. So
he's just giving some instructions there to Crowley. Bradbury on the ball. Out to Hoole. By Mora on offer, but not gone. It's gone back inside to Oxborough. Again, patience from Oxborough is fantastic. He's all the way back to Vigili. So again, Smudge, Broadmeadow happy to hold possession, keep the ball, keep it on the ground largely, and rebuild.
And talking about the Westpac helicopter, we can hear it right behind us. It's taken off to go to somewhere at the moment. There it is up there in the sky just above us. So I've been in that chopper a few times, CT.
Well, it's a wonderful community service, and we heard from CEO Richard Jones in the last couple of weeks about the types of services and the range. It doesn't discriminate who or where. It's part of our community and a big part of saving lives in this region.
Sure is. Straight challenge by Brent Hamill. Pendry just slipped over there, knocking the ball, and Bitts cleans it up. Hey, Bitts has been fantastic, hasn't he? He's made some brilliant saves. Lambton could have had, they probably should have at least had 2 to 3 goals today. They've had a few chances. Magic has a few chances as well. They are one up 1-0.
Well, the difference between the two sides has been a deflected shot. Hoole caught Swancott off his line. If you missed that one,
That's another great run by Crowley. God, I love the way he runs off the shoulder of the defenders. Hey, great ball in by Sessions. They know they leave that space, and he runs off the shoulder of John Griffiths and Jeremy Wilson. He's made a few of those dart runs, hasn't he, today?
it's just the angle and the timing of his runs and the pace that he has. Very hard to contain. So this will ball come out to Paris. Paris again. Broadmeadow draw a free kick.
Yeah, he's looking a little bit frustrated there, Paris. He didn't have to make that challenge on Hurley. He wasn't going anywhere.
Pitch in, because when you get him up, then you might roll it and play, but you're half-half.
You can't see it from just here, but Zadkovic off his line, out of his seat, regularly barking instructions constantly. Very animated. This ball gets put in by Oxborough. Vigili.
He's been very animated. He knows what this game. There's a trophy at the end of this game, the Charity Shield as well. So, but yeah, he's been very animated, barking orders. Like I said, they're playing five at the back. They're not accustomed to five at the back, but I actually don't mind it. I think it sort of suits them at the moment. However, Lambton have got in behind a few times and probably could have got 2 goals. But just quickly, CT around the grounds. There's been a goal, another goal at Edgeworth. So Edgeworth 1, Valentine 1 after 32 minutes. Ensor. Hemel closing in. And that goes to a corner. I didn't really see what happened there, CT, because the camera's right in the road, but that's all good.
It appeared
and
to me,
your big head's still in the road as well. So
it appeared to me like there was a foul against Hamill for Broadmeadow.
I think he's ruled a corner.
And he has ruled corner.
Just on the referee Ryan Gallagher, I work with Ryan Gallagher, he's a physiotherapist at work, and he actually finished his PhD, so now he's a doctor, Ryan Gallagher, as of during the week, so, and gets married next weekend.
Well, congratulations on a big effort there, no doubt. See him in our footballing community, also within the health profession, Smudge.
Yes. So he gets married next Friday, I think it is, next Friday, and he's got a month's holiday, so off to Europe.
I'm sure it's one that's well deserved, but he's not having a holiday here at the moment because this one is tight. Both teams going the full distance.
On throw to Majorowski, nods on. Bromora tries the overhead kick, but just snapped it too wide, didn't he, CT?
Yeah, that one's not on target and didn't worry Swancott.
Just quickly around the grounds, Adamstown 0, Newcastle Jets 0. There's been a goal at Charlestown. Charlestown 0, Western Bears 1. Here it's 1-0, Broadmeadow versus Lambton, and out at Edgeworth, it's 1-1, Edgeworth versus Valentine. Some very tight games here, CT.
Stay up, Fitzy, stay up! You go one inch, Carl, you've got to track it away. You've got to track him in. Go right. Go left shoulder. No, right now. Well done.
Great ball into to Crowley. Great shot by Crowley across the face of the goal and beat the outstretched hands of Bits, but just missed. That's another great run by Crowley. He does it all the time, doesn't he?
Look, it was something out of nothing, really. Just the ability to make something happen, and he did put Bits at full stretch. Pendry looked like he had a problem, may still have. He keeps looking over at the bench. Not sure what he's done, Smudge. And now he's asking the referee how long he's got, so he's obviously going to get some attention. It's finds touch with that one. Not his best. This time, Jaffas with a patient build-up.
Adele, out the McFarlane.
Brilliant. Right, open your body, son.
Out the Sessions.
Slide, Kale. Go on that 6, Kale. Good.
Very tight, isn't it? Sessions making the mistake, passing the ball out.
Organise, Luke.
You see any action happening in the last 5 minutes, CT, this half?
Yeah, it's probably a little bit more than that. Probably closer to about 8, I would say. But yeah, absolutely. This game, it's been a real entertainer so far. Both sides creating opportunities, and if anything, I'd say Lambton with more, but got nothing to show for it. Score currently: Broadmeadow Magic 1, Lambton Jaffas 0.
And again, Crowley, he's made that run again. For Gilly, lucky Crowley held his ground. Finn Paris. Well defended by Hurl. That's a foul on Hurl. Sessions foul on Hurl. And again, Crowley again. What he does, he holds his run, and when they have a touch, then he goes, he waits for that space, doesn't he?
Yeah, and stayed strong enough that if he does get knocked over, it's not a dive. You know, he's going to make them really earn their time against him today, because he's just such a handful. Because
Magic's playing 3 or 5 at the back, I think what Ruben has to look at is when he holds his run deep in the centre of the park, he needs John Griffiths on him, to stick with him and get Jeremy Wilson to mark that space. The space is what he's running into. What's happening, Jeremy Wilson's marking him, and there's 2 people on him. They could actually mark a little bit of space. And that looked like a foul the other way, actually. John Griff on...
And the Jaffas are complaining. They should have had the free kick there. They desperately want a goal before half-time to level things back up. Now Bridges on the sideline, something to say to Gallagher. Bridges probably saw what we saw, Smudge.
Yes, for sure. The way Crowley used his body, and he turned away from Griffiths, just using his body, using his arms, using his shoulders. I thought the foul should have been on Crowley.
Well, the ball boy just randomly kicked a ball onto the park. I think he was looking for his little mate. And good on all the ball boys and girls that come and do this each week. Do a fantastic job. Just didn't find his range that time, Smudge. All played in by Bits. Out as far as Oxborough. It's a touch away to Hoole. Tries to find Brymora. All it does is find the goal line.
Yeah. With Hoole and Brymora, one of them has to be wide. If Hoole's tucked in, you want Brymora wide, or vice versa. They both can't be in, otherwise there's nowhere to go. And that was the case in that situation. Nice header by Hamill.
Wilson that time up for a header. Clears it out.
Waller, nice turn by Waller. Great ball into Remington. Remington forced to the sideline. Tried to find Hamill. That was smart play by Oxborough.
It really was. He just knew to thump it into the body of Hamill, and it's gone out. Diffuse the situation. Goal kick for Bits. He's had a sensational first half, Smudge. Bits.
Sensational. He's made about 3 crucial saves where Lambton probably should have at least scored 2 to 3 of them. He spread his wings. He's a big boy. I was talking to him before the game. He's a big, solid boy. And excuse me. He's been superb. Where Swancott down the other end hasn't had too much to do. They're down 1-0. He's had to make a crucial save off Brymora, but he hasn't had too much else to do.
See Wilson this way, finding Bradbury. Just stutters on a little bit and is brought down. Gallagher said nothing in it, and now we've got Hamill looking for Crowley. It's one-on-one with Vigili.
Mark the runners.
Oh,
And Crowley just couldn't pick it up, and Griffiths calmly picks it, thumps it down the line to find Carroll.
has been superb, John Griffiths at the back of that central back line, hasn't he?
He has, and Oxborough having a fantastic game as well, controlling the pace of the game here, Smudge.
But just on John Griffiths, it's his positional play. And again, his positional play, just backing up Vigili there when Crowley got past him, and he swept around and got the ball.
Well, that's the thing. Vigili was one-on-one against Crowley, and as you say, Smudge, positional play of Griffiths got himself in, which probably saved a goal in the end. This time, Cody Carroll on the ball, looking for an outlet, finds it in Majerovski. Majerovski finds Oxborough, challenged by Remington. Oxborough out to Vigili. Gets it away, but finds Hamill.
Good pressure on Ben Dry. Magic's throw. Hey, just quickly, we've got Peter Haynes, our Bar TV pundit, and also Wales community manager, or whatever he's now listening in. And big, massive congratulations. He's had another baby boy, Asher, to the family. I got a text the other day. I didn't actually realise his lovely wife Rachel was pregnant. So big congratulations, Pete, and hope you're sleeping, mate.
Well, yeah, congratulations from the whole footballing community, and for Rach for putting up with him, Smudge.
Yes.
And it's Mother's Day, so you do everything the right way today, Hainsey, as you always do. A few sleepless nights to come.
Many sleepless nights to come for Peter Haynes, and he loves his sleep, that guy. He's not an early morning riser.
Now we set up shape, man. Slide.
I don't know if you can hear Ruben Zakovic, virtually the whole game, barking orders to his troops, where they need to go, what they don't need to do. Ball's out the Sessions on the left-hand side. Whips a great ball in to Crowley. Remington, they sort of got in each other's road, didn't they, CT?
They did. You see the pace of these two players, Bradbury and Crowley.
Just quickly around the ground, spin a goal to Edgeworth. Edgeworth 2, Valentine 1.
JP drop. Yeah, come on right. Hey, drop with that.
So we're ticking down to half-time. CT, what are your thoughts? What's going to be the message for the coaches at half-time?
Look, I think Lambton coach Jim Pascoe will be pretty happy with the way his team's going, with the amount of opportunities they've created. I think the message for him will be, let's just keep doing what we're doing. We'll get more opportunities, and let's concentrating on putting those chances away. Magic, on the other hand, I think it will also be very happy with the way they're going. Look, Zadkovic is barking plenty of instruction, so they'll have plenty to say at half-time, but I think the key for them has been their patience in the build-up and getting themselves into the top third of the park.
Yeah, I think the other thing with Ruben Zakovic, what he needs to sort out, with the ball they're looking good, they're very patient like you said, but they need to be careful and just try and tighten up this back three with Crowley. He's making these great runs in behind, and they've had quite a few chances. And that's a foul on Hamill. I thought it went the other way actually. I thought it was a foul the other way. I thought Hamill got to the head first, got it beyond Bradbury, and Bradbury fouled him, but obviously the referee saw it a different way. Yeah, I think Ruben would be quite pleased with his side. They're playing like the 5-2-3 sort of system. It's worked well. However, they just need to work out with the back three what's Crowley doing when he's moving across the face and the shoulders of the defenders. They should be really marking space rather than marking Crowley, because he's finding space and causing some big headaches. And same with Tommy Waller in the 10. It's 3v2 in the centre of the park, 3 to Lambton. It's the ball up. And Griffiths, he's been superb, has swept it away. And there's half-time CT.
Both coaches here we'll have some things to say. We've just covered that off. Don't forget, it's the Westpac Elders Charity Shield, sponsored by Elders Real Estate over at Lambton. Support them. Great business they are, and doing a great job with the Westpac Rescue Helicopter. This is half-time. Broadmeadow Magic 1, Lambton Jaffas 0.
Celebrating Mother's
We'll take a
Day.
break and we'll
Happy
come back
Mother's
in the
Day to
second half.
grandmothers, aunties, grandmothers, daughters, independence today. Happy Mother's Day. Broadmeadow Magic would like to welcome everyone to Magic Park today for the Elders Charity Shield, with proceeds going towards the Westpac Rescue Helicopter Service. So please make your way down to the southern end of the grandstand and give generously to support the Westpac Rescue Helicopter Service, where we have volunteers selling raffle tickets. With the raffle to be drawn at the Duke of Wellington Hotel from 5:30 tonight. And that's a reminder as well to patrons attending today at Magic Park. We invite all players, officials, supporters of both Broadmeadow Magic and Lambton Jaffas to join us at the Duke of Wellington Hotel, New Regent Street, New Lambton, for post-match presentations from 5:30 p.m. tonight. Broadmeadow Magic would like to thank today's match day sponsor, Elders Real Estate Lambton. Choosing Elders is choosing success. Call Steve and Sue today on 4952-3744 or visit us on the web at www.elders.com.au. Broadmeadow Magic would like to thank our 2019 sponsors, Adamstown Car Doctor, Adora and Steel Fabrications, Sale Boshet Solicitors, Felt for Best Quality Flowers, Davina Proprietary Limited, Big Colour Signs and Vehicle Wraps, Bosch and Son Carpets, Bros Designs Custom Kitchens, Cable Installation and Construction, Capital Bodyworks, Castle Railings, the Concept Sports Development Centre, Credit Manager at Call Proprietary Limited, Custom Kitchens by Design, Peter Pesovsky, DA Finance, Sultan Partners, Darracon, BCB Group, Yellowstone Mason, Jim Phillips Auto Centre, The Duke Hotel, Dunn's Butchers, Elders Real Estate Lambton, EDC Consultants, The Excavation Specialist, Photos Property Group, Forsyth IT, Good Food Distributors, Harry's Nickel Joint, High Tech Oils, Hub Advisory Group, Hunter Valley Steel, HB Aluminium, James Murray, Funeral Directors, JBD Industries, Jonah Sport Australia, the Macedonian Pensioners Association, Gotta Delta, Matthew Sports Field Maintenance, Merritt Cleaning, Jimmy Krosner, Newcastle Macedonia Sports Club, Newcastle French Off Bread, National Auto Wholesale, Mycar at Islington, Piggett's Pharmacies, PSC Food Services, Queen's Wharf Brewery, SP Glass and Glazing, Sharp Electronics Group, Broadmeadow, Sea Cooler Snap Repairs, Stone Real Estate, Jason Jeski, Summit Financial Services, Williams the Jewelers, Only at the Junction, Rhetoric Upholstery, and Why Not Technologies. Notes from our Magic Notice Board, a rescheduled fixture list, around 3 youth games, Broadmeadow Magic versus Southdown City Blues, under 14s, 6pm, under 16, 7:30pm, Wednesday the 29th of May, Lyle Car Oval. Save the date, a Magic Long Lunch, the Duke of Wellington Hotel, Friday the 4th of July. Broadmeadow Magic we'd like to congratulate some of our youth representatives. We had Mason King and Zach Etheridge representing Northern New South Wales at the Under-14 Tokyo International Youth Tournament. Congratulations, boys, and we hope you've had a blast representing our region over the past week in Japan, and cherish the football memory. Well done, boys.
And welcome back to the second half here. I'm Chris Turner, joined by Damien Smith. Smudge, first half, saw Broadmeadow Magic 1 goal leading over Lambton Jaffas, and they come out, both sides will be probably very happy with the way they've played the first half. The only difference really is the goal. Plenty of opportunities being created by Lambton Jaffas, but haven't been able to convert.
Yeah, I tend to agree. And I think they've seen Pascoe talking to the referee at half time. I think Lambton's made a change. We'll just have a quick look at that at the moment. Looks like number 9. Let's have a quick look. Number 9, Brock Messenger, has replaced, I think, Finn Paris. I'll have to double check that.
While you're doing that, Smudge, I just had a text from our real commentator, Ben Homer, who's sitting at home after having some wisdom teeth out and having a reaction from the penicillin. He's telling us that our statistician, that's Hoole's first goal in almost 3 years. As we see Remington whip this ball into the box.
Messenger! Oh, great header by Messenger, just left of the post.
And Bart, apart from being our expert commentator, is also a statistician, pulling those stats out. So Bart, if you want to send any through more, that's fine by us, because Smudge does literally jack research before the game, so pretty much relying on you and I, Bart.
So just with the substitution, Brock Messenger comes on, number 9 for James Pendry. It looks like they've moved Finn Paris into the centre of the park, and Brock Messenger's moved out to the left-hand side in a 3-man prong attack for Lambton. That gust of wind has just popped up a little bit, CT, going from right to left.
Yeah, it is. It's southeast breeze blowing, which is, I guess, questionable whether it will help or hinder Lambton Jaffas here. Certainly it's blowing in their direction for this half.
Nice touch by Powell.
Lambton running, as you're looking at it, from right to left.
Great turn by Brock Messenger and John Griff. Oh, that was an awkward challenge, wasn't it?
Exactly what it was, as Griffiths shows his strength there, and Oxbury on the ball. And that ball is outrun by Amora, sorry.
Vigili, pressure. Ooh, well played. Back to Griffiths, back to Vigili. Messenger from Lambton's putting pressure on him. Knocks the ball up to Brian Mora. And that's a good challenge by Tom Waller. Just round the ground, CT at half time. Here, 1-0, Broadmeadow over Lambton. And at Charlestown, Western Bears up 1-0 over Charlestown, and there's been a send-off at Adamstown Oval, 0-0 between Adamstown and Newcastle Jets. And the last game of the season, of the round, is Edgeworth 2, Valentine 1 at half time.
And this match here, as we see, looks like Griffiths down on ground, is the Westpac Helicopter Charity Shield, brought to you by Elders Real Estate at Lambton. Do a fantastic job. We see Griffiths about to get some attention. If you've got nothing on this afternoon or this evening, back at the Duke Hotel at Lambton is where some auctions are going to happen in aid of raising funds for the Westpac Rescue Helicopters. Some great items there that will go under the hammer, so to speak. So if you've got nothing on, come down. Smudge, the goal was to raise $40,000 over, this is now the 5th year. I believe we've got $3,500 to go, and would love to crack that amount. $40,000, a huge amount from the local community of football to get to a service such as this great cause of the Westpac Rescue Helicopter.
Yeah, and we're just talking to Steve Kukamoski from Elders Real Estate, as well as Richard Jones, the CEO of Westpac at half-time. That's a great ball into Crowley. Nice turn, back to Crowley, and well cleared by Luke Vigili. Yeah, just talking to Richard Jones. He loves his football, Richard Jones, or sort of does, doesn't he? He's a rah-rah boy.
Yeah, but you know what? He's just in the community, as is Hamill on Magic.
Oh, back. And that's well defended by Jeremy Wilson on Luke Remington. And again, that's a great run by Brent Hamill across the face of the 18-yard box. Probably didn't get the power he wanted in that left hand with the left foot. The ball was bobbling as he was running with it.
Sure was, and Remington just a real swinging lunge at the ball there, and Wilson looked like he may have copped some sort of a knock.
Delivered by Waller. And goal kick.
So immediately after the game, we are going to be speaking with Steve from Elders and also Richard Jones from Westpac Rescue Helicopter, who are going to present the trophy, the Elders Charity Shield Trophy, to the winning captain, Smudge. Your thoughts who that may be at this stage of the game?
To the winning captain. Oh, it's very early days. Obviously, Magic up 1-0, but I think Lambton's going to put a lot of pressure on him in the second half.
You are blocking some cars. Can you please move your vehicle? That's the Ford Ranger GTY 373 behind.
That's a Magic throw-in.
Can you please move your vehicle? Thank you.
Just over at Charlestown, it looks like Tom Smart was sent off. Was sent off at Charlestown versus Western. Pearl with the throw-in. Majorowski, nice chest down at Brian Mora. It's cut out by Lambton. Hamill. Out to Remington. Ends up putting pressure on Remington. Back to Hamill. While up, back to Hamill. Great ball by Brand Hamill. Great ball by Brand Hamill. Out to Sessions. He's got some space here. Brock Messenger sort of ran into his space. To Crowley. But he's got good tight touches like a Majorowski, hasn't he? Messenger. Well defended by Hurl. Back to Waller. Messenger. Oxborough. And clears it out to Hamill. They're really starting to put pressure, aren't they, Lambton, on Broadmeadow?
Yeah, they desperately want a result here, and sitting in's not going to do it. They've got their foot down.
I think for Lambton, they just need to be patient with the ball. See Jeremy Wilson, he's coming way off his line. His man mark Finn Paris, I don't know what he's doing out there. He's like version the centre of the park. Created space for Lambton. And Powak knocks the ball over the park. I don't know if his man mark, and he was forced 20 yards into the centre of the play. If I was Virgili, I'd be getting him, or Griffiths getting to get mark space rather than follow players into the centre of the park, because it could cause some issues, and it has caused some issues in the first half for Broadmeadow. It looks like Wilson's marking Finn Paris. Like he's followed him into the middle of the park. Now he's moved right on this right-hand side.
Well, that may have been the instruction from Zadkovic to do exactly that, because he hasn't moved off him. Although he has done now, Smudge.
And he did it before. He came out of his line, went about 20 yards into the middle of the park. And just left a gaping hole open, and Lambton just couldn't find the mark. Nice header by Brian Mora.
We've had a text from Ben Homer, who's deserted us today. And he's telling us that the last time Hull scored was back in 2016. He just came straight back from holidays, and it was his first touch, Smudge. You remember that?
I do remember. It was at this ground. He hit it from about 30 yards out. It was an absolute belter of a goal. And Majorowski turns over the ball to Sessions. Sessions looks for Remington. Oh, he tried to chest it on to Crowley, but the chest just went too far, and Hoole knocks it out for a throw-in.
He's overhit that. And Smudge, we've got with us here Graham Schofield. Scoey, former Lake Macquarie coach. Wonderful Aussie Pom. We'll come back to Scoey in just a moment.
McFarlane. Out to Odell. Magic very deep on the 18-yard box. Out to Hamill. Lambton uses their width. Hamill cuts inside. Plays the ball into Crowley. Well defended by John Griffiths on Crowley. That's been a great contest today, CT. Lambton till Pepper in the goals. Floats the ball in. Just a bit too far for Remington. Over to CT.
Remington just needed a touch on that, and all of a sudden he'd be levelled the scores back up, but wasn't able to do so. Scully doesn't like the microphones, that's exactly why we're going straight on to him, Smudge. Just quickly, you've seen this game, you've got plenty of experience. What's your thoughts for the result at the end of the game?
Magic to win, I think. Yep.
And that's as brief as Scully is going to keep it by the look of things.
Why Scully?
And that's as brief as we'll keep that one as well.
That's well played by Lambton. And well defended by Ryan Ensor. That's a good 1-2 play. Forward play into the striker's feet, knocks it down. And it was well cut out by Ryan Ensor. Cody Carroll on the ball. Plays it short to Bradbury, but being cut out. Hamill. There's a lot of space here for Lambton. Brock Messenger, he's cut in. He needs to stay wider. Well defended by John Griffith. He's been probably best on ground so far for me, hasn't he?
Oh, look,
Brandon Crowley's been great for Lambton. It's early days still.
And Paul Bitts has made some wonderful saves down there as well. So interesting start to the second half. It looks like structurally there's been a little bit of change, Smudge.
And just quickly, there's going to be a substitution. So it looks like Christian Brian Mora is coming off for Magic, and Jared Baker is playing against his old side. Formerly a Lambton Jaffas player, has moved over the Magic this year in the number 12. He's coming across, and Brian Mora's. So it'd be interesting to see what sort of shape Zakovic does here. Magic very deep again. Lambton just be patient with the ball. Well defended by Baker. Comes away with Hurl. Great ball into Baker. Baker makes a run, and great challenge by McFarlane on the left-hand side. Must have came off Baker. Sessions with the throw-in. Sessions gained about 10 yards there, trying to take the throw-in. Nice little flick header on. And Luke Virgili outruns Crowley. Carroll. Out to Bradbury. Engel's doing an overlapping run. Carroll's made a forward run. Bradbury advances forward. And well defended by Powayak and Lambton. Now they've got some space. They've got some numbers going forward. Powayak with the ball. Remington's going forward. He's going forward. Pitches off his line. Remington, Luke Virgili. And well defended by Broadmeadow Magic. Still not out yet, Powayak. And again, well defended by Magic. Lambton come up with the ball again, Hamill. Magic very deep on their 18-yard box. Ball into Crowley. He's one-on-one with Griffiths. And well defended by John Griffiths. If you don't know where CT is, he's deserted me. So I'm on the mics by myself at the moment. And again, Magic just pumping it forward. Oh, it's a bad touch by Odell. It's gone to Majorowski. Oh, just a bit of miscommunication between Majorowski and Bradbury. Bradbury ran on the inside. Majorowski looking for the outside pass where the space was. And picked up by Swancott. Oh, good to see you back, CT.
Yeah, no problem, Smudge. Just had better offer. Talking to my mate Scowie.
Well, 1 by 11. I think Magic just need to be careful. With the back three, a lot of times you've got two players marking one. Sometimes you have to just be spread out just a little bit. So there, Johnny Griff and Luke Virgili were marking Crowley. I know he's a dangerous player, but sometimes you just sometimes need to play. There's a good 1-2 with Waller. Waller's advances forward. Plays it into Crowley. Crowley's place. What a touch by Crowley. Great save again by Paul Bitts. What a touch and turn by Crowley. Great save by Paul Bitts.
Look, that's as good as you're going to see with a touch and turn. As Smudge just said, that's as good as it gets. And the only thing that was missing there was a finish. Paul Bitts, again, Smudge. He's just had a fantastic afternoon, and speaking to his goalkeeping coach, Clint Gosling, he said that he's been pulling out saves you wouldn't expect.
Oh, exactly. Magic's looking a little bit tight here. Lambton's just starting to get a bit more space. They're starting to defend a little bit deeper, which is allowing Lambton with the space. Sessions advances forward. And now for a corner, well defended by Matt Hurl.
Lampton this time with a corner. He's taking it short.
Waller.
This ball's been
Knocks
swung
it
in.
across.
This time Magic again, clear the ball out. It goes in for a throw in, and Lambton come up with a throw in.
Just noticing that the first half CT Magic playing with a higher line. They're really starting to drop a bit deeper. They're allowing Lambton to come on. They're going to soak up a lot of pressure in this second half, I feel.
Well, we saw Magic just really patient in their build-up, and Lambton couldn't be anything different at the moment. They really want to get on with things, and they're pushing balls forward. They're playing in desperation, like they want to just get a goal. And at Charlestown, Tom Smart was the man that's been sent off there, Smudge.
Yeah, I said that a few minutes ago, CT, so it's good to see you listening. So, yeah, still 1-0 to Western at Charlestown, so...
Nothing like a bit of sledge from the Smudge.
Nice header by McFarlane. He's strong in the air, isn't he? Cody Carroll on the ball.
Carroll, quick feet, and Bradbury. He's trying to pick out Majerowski. He gets up, and he's claiming a penalty for a push. Gallagher didn't see it that way, and to be perfectly honest, neither did I, Smudge.
Yeah, a bit the same. But you know what Majerowski did so well then? He held his ground, had the chest, and he allowed Sessions to bump him. So, well, he's trying to chest it back across. Sessions was coming one way, but yeah, I agree with the referee there. But it was a tight one.
It was tight. Maybe if he's just a little bit stronger than what he was on purpose, and then gets knocked down, maybe he gets it. But
maybe, yeah.
It's just one of those really tight ones that the ref's got to make a call on. And that ball's overrun from Sessions. So Magic will come back up with it. And this time Hull's taking his time. Scored the first goal, Hull. Deflection, caught Swancott off his line.
Look for Mitchie, just keep playing up here. Try and keep it.
And Zadkovic still barking plenty of orders.
Saying to his trips, try and keep it, because at the moment Lambton are on top. Great challenge by Messenger. Finn Paris, great little run by Finn Paris. He's cut inside. Great little run by, and well defended by Luke Vigili. He's very determined to get that ball back, Luke Vigili, wasn't he?
He was, and he's got a big round of applause from the crowd in the grandstand directly beneath us. Hull picks the ball back up.
Jared Baker, the substitute, playing against his old club, one-on-one with Sessions, and well defended by Tommy Waller and Sessions on Baker, his old teammate. I wonder what you're talking about then when you say he's got a big.
I didn't know what you were laughing at. He got a big round of applause. I don't know what you think of what I said, or your mind is Smudge. But anyway, move on.
Good pressure by Carroll on Waller. Palwiak. Oh, firm pass to Hamill. I'd like to see Palwiak take the ball a little bit towards Bradbury, commit Bradbury, then play it to Hamill. Then Hamill's got acres of space, and that pulls Enzor out. I think for Lambton, and you probably agree, they just need to be patient with the ball. They're going to get more opportunities. It's just how they're going to get past Paul Bitts is the problem, because he's been fantastic.
Gallagher right on hand to see that one, and he's produced a yellow card. And see Oxborough come onto the ball.
Rest defence, let's go.
You know, this is how long Oxborough last this game. He's been pretty crook all week. He had a good first half. Second half, he's been a little bit quieter.
This ball in from Oxborough. Griffiths, Swancott at full stretch, and Sessions says, no way, that's coming in back in play, and puts it back out for a corner. What a great ball in, and a great header, Smudge.
Yeah, good save by Swancott as well. He tried to grab it, but good strong header, wasn't it? Parried onto the post and well cleared by Lambton. First time Magic's really put pressure on Lambton this half.
And what a save from Swancott.
We've been going 20 minutes. Get Argy-Bargy in the penalty spot, CT.
Yeah, just a little bit of how you're going in there in the box. Oxborough is looking to repeat his last effort. Ball swung in. Touch from Griffiths. Back stick for Majerovski. And it's Bradbury into the strike. Another save and the ball out. The back stick. Lambton Jaffas has survived again.
Hey, can I say, that header from John Griffiths, he was only a foot off the ground. He lobbed the head off, flick on header.
Well done, mate.
Hey! Good opportunity for Lambton, for Magic, sorry. And they haven't really put much pressure on Lambton at all this half. It's been a good quality game, hasn't it, CT? Howiak free in the middle of the park.
Yeah, it has been a quality game, and it's a reflection of the top of the table clash. These two sides really going at it.
Yeah, I think both sides are going to be thereabouts coming into the season. Sessions.
Playing for a trophy today, and both teams not just wanting a trophy but looking for the 3 points, as we see Baker coming onto the ball, getting plenty of attention from his old club. Wilson up for a header. This time Carroll puts the ball down Broadmeadow again. Looking to steady things up and get their foot back on the ball. Get a bit of possession in play. Bits are just playing that one out. Enzo draws a foul there for Broadmeadow Magic.
Smart play, wasn't it? He just ran in front of Brock Messenger. There was nowhere to go. There was no players around, so he just...
Well, he couldn't see Majerovski, I don't think, from that angle, and he's just used some bit of experience there and come to ground and drawn the free kick. Had a good game, Enzo. Back out to Vigili.
He got caught out a few times early in that first half, just with the positional play as a wing back. But other than that, yeah, he's been solid.
Bradbury looking for a little neat flick for Majerovski and just overhit. Swancott picks that one up and sends the ball downfield quickly to Crowley. The danger man.
It's a foul.
It looked like a foul to me as well.
Definitely looked like a foul.
They have to come up with a throw in anyway, and Hamill.
Also, Gallagher's let a few things go today, which I like. I like because the game's been quite free-flowing, hasn't it? It hasn't been stop-start. There's been a few solid challenges.
Yeah, I like it when it doesn't impact a result or an outcome.
Or a decision, yeah.
1 inch. Go ball, man.
Oh, well played by Lambton. Out to Hamill. Delivers. Just a bit too high for Remington. That was well played by Hamilton. Great ball into the striker. Another beautiful ball out to Hamill. As we said before, Lambton, they just need to be patient with the ball. And likewise with Broadmeadow, I think they need to get on the ball and just hold it for a little bit. Especially even around the back line. Just keep it a little bit. They've got numbers there.
Paulie, keep driving it. Well done, mate. Good.
Just on our mate Ben Homer Bart. CT's a tremendous year with Fox Sports this year, calling how many A-League games he called? About 6 or so?
Yeah, probably something about there. He's been relegated to Fox Sports on a few occasions now, and certainly been happy to be back with the Dream Team smudge.
Yeah, that's true. Unfortunately, he's just been with you for the last 6 weeks, so hopefully be back on board next week.
Yep, we wish him a speedy recovery, and he is doing a fantastic job, not only locally with our community of football here in this region, but now nationally with the A-League, and it's good to see him with a bright future in front, Smudge.
And again, sometimes Magic's discipline, I think it needs to improve. They've had many cards. I don't know how many yellow cards through talking back to the referee. I think they need to get that out of their game. They don't need it. McFarlane out to Odell. Them two have been rock solid today for Lambton in the centre of the back line. To Messenger. Good turn by Messenger. Good pressure by Broadmeadow. Out to Crowley. Crowley to Vigili. Well played. Back to Hamill. Hamill crosses it. Howiak, and on his least favoured foot, you can tell that the way he was setting up.
Kale to the 9.
And we have another substitution for Broadmeadow Magic. Looks like John Majorowski is coming off. They're moving Carl Bradbury into the centre of the park. And number 2, David Ifield will move to the left-hand side in the attacking 3. Another solid game from Majorowski. Been strong holding the ball up. Bringing his midfielders into play. Didn't get too many opportunities on goal, but another good 70 minutes.
Ifield immediately in the action there. A bit of a thump. And again, hasn't touched the ball, but he's had 2 challenges. So his introduction into first grade this afternoon has already been physical without a touch on the ball.
Bakes, I know it's you, mate. I know it's you for 2. Come on, son, it's yours. You watch. Time you run, yeah?
You'll probably use Ruben Zakovic on the mic there.
Yeah, he's saying
talking to Jared Baker, saying, just time you run into the box, the ball's coming.
So the goal can come from you. Something to tuck in now. It's about the timing of the runs, what he's talking about there. So Enzo out to Carroll. Back to Oxborough. Plays this ball over to Baker.
Mate. Go on, you. Go on, son.
Zakovic urging him to take him
outside. Good
sessions
boy.
one-on-one.
Brilliant, mate.
And
Bakes, well done. Good boy. Next one. Let's go.
giving plenty of encouragement.
Idea, mate. Next one will happen for you. Let's go. Drop now, Bakes. Drop.
Swancott, on the other hand, he doesn't want a piece of it. He's just looking at
Keep it one side,
playing a short ball.
Good, stay there. Creep, Gumble. Right side now, just jump and slide. It's going to happen, Cal. It's going to happen. Bakes, go.
Andrew Powak's had a great game in this number 6, just sitting deep in front of the back 4 for Lambton. A lot of the plays gone through him. He positions himself perfectly in front of the 4.
So McFarlane, that time out for Sessions, plays the ball into the box and Bits swallowed that to bits.
Magic just looks maybe just wind up off down here. Still a little bit to go, but
well, probably about 20 minutes, including extra time. So it's about where we're at. Swancott thumps this one long, looking for Crowley, but it finds as far as Griffiths. This time back out to Baker. Played a ball into Carroll. Not sure if it was intentional or not, Smudge, but this one finds its way out to Enzor.
Yeah, it looks like he was trying to hit Davey Ifield on the far side, but Enzor's done well there.
He's had a good game this afternoon. Well, particularly in the second half, he's really come into his comfort zone. It's on a free kick. Enzor takes back his position. Oxborough over to the ball, and he's going to play this one in.
The next one's yours, brother. It's 2, I'm telling you.
And would expect to probably put something into the box from there, Smudge.
very interesting seeing John Griffiths, the Magic defender, moving into.
Make sure we
I
challenge
know he
him,
won a
get
header
on
last
the
time, but mate, I'll be keeping him in the back line. He's been rock solid in the back.
Don't let Remo get it.
Swancott punches that one away. Who looks to get it back in there, goes no further than Sessions, and now Crowley. The danger man gets on the attack.
That's what I mean. Now John Griffiths is out. He's pulled way out of position. I would not have him going up for free kicks.
It's just he's so good in the air. That's the reason that he's pushing forward.
Good turn. Oh! I thought that's twice the referee looked like he was going to call for a penalty.
Well, he did, and this time that was a no-brainer in terms of a free kick, but Smudge, we're not going to get the benefit of a replay here, but it certainly did look at first glance like it was a penalty. Well, was there contact in the box?
The initial thought for the referee, he's ran straight to that spot, hasn't he? And then he's pulled back. He's probably thought about it for the second time and thought, no, was there enough contact? He might have thought Crowley went down easy. It's way too easy. Ball delivered. Messenger. Closed down by Ensor. Very congested, the back line for Broadmeadow. Power out. Sessions. Ball into Remington. Sessions. It's a tough ball. And that's a foul. Foul on Hill. Well defended by Hill. Use his body well to get in front of Sessions. And Sessions had nowhere to go but to pull him down. As we can hear the Westpac helicopter again coming back to land after probably
50 minutes, Smudge. Maybe a bit longer.
But then they might have picked up a patient, somebody delivered it to the John Hunter, delivered the patient to the John Hunter.
And then back to base.
Back to base.
Yep. Wonderful service, and today is the Westpac Elders Charity Shield. All money raised today is going directly to that service. And stay with us immediately after the game for the presentation. We'll have the CEO of the Westpac Rescue Helicopter with us, and Steve from Elders. We see Bradbury, he's away. Bradbury looking to cut the ball back. Swancott has done everything right there, diffusing that imposing attack.
Did well, Bradbury, to get past.
So a presentation to the winning captain directly after for the Elders Westpac Charity Shield Trophy, happening on ground live.
That's better defence by Magic. Luke Pagili not marking the player, marking the space where Crowley runs. That's what we spoke about before half time. That's what Ruben had to fix up in the back three. You don't want a man marking, you just want him spread, marking a little bit of space to eliminate Crowley making that run, which he was doing in the first half and could have scored a few goals from.
Not that I like agreeing with you, but totally agree. And Magic looking content to be patient with their build-up again as they did in the first half. And Smudge, we've got another substitution.
It looks like looks like Finn Paris has been replaced by number 5 Anthony Wood.
You got your prescription glasses on this week, Smudge?
No. Got new glasses on. Had an eye test last week, CT, when I was on holidays.
Yeah, how'd you go?
I said my eyes have slightly improved, so the prescriptions are slightly less than what I did have. So I'm just waiting for those to come in.
You're eating carrots or something?
God, they did say I had really nice eyes.
Oh, now I've heard it all. It's Mother's Day. I hope no one's been sick while we've been listening to that.
Great challenge by Messenger. That's a foul by Enzo. Enzo, he had too many touches then. He should have just got a touch to get off it.
Yeah, Enzo fouling Messenger there, and Hamill decides he's slow things down a little bit.
There's been a goal at Adamstown. Newcastle Jets Youth 1 over Adamstown 0. With about 15 to go.
Adamstown have got the 130-year anniversary. There'll be a ball in aid of celebrating that in July, Smudge. Griffiths knocks that one away. Baker and Wilson in attendance. But it's Griffiths who sends that one out to the sideline. Jaffas was starting to get a little bit more aggressive because they're looking at about 10 minutes at regular time, thereabouts, plus a bit of injury. We haven't seen too much of that, so maybe a minute or two will be added on. There's bits. This one down into half and cleared by Sessions, who's deemed to have fouled Baker. You just get a feeling as the minutes tick by, Lambton get a little bit more desperate, and we may see longer balls start to come into play. And
I was just going to say, you can see James Pascoe, when Sessions fouled Baker, he was quite frustrated. He didn't need to foul him. Just waste of time.
Yeah, it does, and when you haven't got a lot of time,
that's right.
It does get frustrating, and Swancott send this one directly down into the path of Messenger, but
that wastes a few minutes with Sessions fouling Baker. By the time they get the ball, take the free kicks, they knocked it up to Swancott. They waste a few minutes when they haven't got that time. You want to eliminate the fouls. You don't need the fouls.
Well, you know, as a former coach, every second you're just counting on every second, and that is frustrating. And Pascoe will feel that frustration. You see Lambton still happy to play some possession football, which is good to see this late in the game. And Messenger wins a throw-in.
And just out at Edgeworth, Edgeworth scored another goal to make it 3-1 over Valentine. So Warren Mills will be definitely celebrating his 60th. And just at Charlestown, Western scored their second. Their lead, Charlestown, 2-0.
You see Lambton again, very patient, time ticking away. Sessions back on the ball again. Bits, but to get off his line there because he had Crowley pouncing, Smudge.
Crowley was pouncing, but John Griff just checked Crowley. Just got in his road, so he had to run round. That was excellent play by John Griff. Wasn't a foul, he just positioned himself so Crowley had to actually run around him and couldn't get to the ball. John Griff, bits have been superb. Same with Vigili, Jeremy Wilson in the back line. They've had a bit of work to do today, but they've been superb.
Seeing another substitution here, Smudge, Broadmeadow Magic.
Yeah, it looks like Tyson Cousins is coming on in the number 88 shirt for
Cale Bradbury it'll be. And Cousins wearing the 88 shirt, that wouldn't be a number you would have seen in your era, Smudge.
No, definitely not.
You used to wear, what, number 13 or 14, was it, mostly?
Nah.
He's had a good game, Bradbury.
Yeah, he's been dangerous. Had a good opportunity before. Interesting choice, move. I probably would have kept Bradbury on there just for experience, someone to hold the ball up, waste a little bit of time, wind the clock back. But obviously, Zakovic has got faith in Cousins
Yeah, so Cousins looking to inject himself immediately, and as we see, Cuzzo straight on the ball.
And that was actually a good challenge by Cousins. Forces the corner.
But someone down
Organised,
for Lambton.
Ryan!
I think it might be Waller.
Yeah, it is Waller.
Oxy,
I think he fell awkwardly, or
in contact.
So Smudge,
Come on, Jess, let's go.
why did the orange stop in the middle of the road while he's trying to cross the street?
why did the orange stop in the middle of the road while he's trying to cross the street? I have no idea, mate. I know it's going to be bad.
He ran out of juice. Scully's still here in the background. He likes it. You're the Magic boys coming over for a drink and a quick
Bates!
check-in.
I'm telling you, mate, it's you. Right here.
Ruben's telling Jared Bates it's him right here. What's going to happen? And John Griffin is ball! I'll tell you what, if Bates made that run, the ball was behind Jeremy Wilson. Oh, sorry, David Eiffel, sorry. If Bates made that run, that was him. If you watch again, you'll see Bates.
Jump him in. Drop play in. Go, Bates. Go, tight.
David Eiffel, great opportunity to make it 2-0.
Huge opportunity missed there, Broadmeadow. Would have probably just about sealed the deal. With about 6 minutes to go, including extra time. Here we see Cousins. Went to swing it. Gets the ball back outside the box to Carroll. Left foot, strikes it. Diffused, Hamill away. Enzor. Got their foot back down on the pedal now, Magic. And Carroll again. This time out to Ifield. Tries to cross it, blocked. Hamill on the ball. Magic forcing Lambton into an error. You can feel underneath where the crowd is downstairs, Smudge. You can just feel the energy. They love the victory of the Broadmeadow Magicians, don't they?
They do.
Squeeze it! Stay in there!
Great header by Remington. Ball forward to Crowley. Great duel between Crowley, Virgili and John Griff. And Griff, he's been outstanding. For me, he's probably man of the match for me, John Griff. The libero for Broadmeadow Magic. He's been outstanding. Paul Bitts has been outstanding in goals as well. Mason Krishna should hit it. Ooh. Like handball from this distance. On McFarlane, I think it was. It was a hard one to call.
And the crowd downstairs getting very vocal here, Smudge.
It's hard to tell, wasn't it?
It was. It looked like it was right on the edge of the box, that call for handball. Yeah.
Lambton's got numbers in the box. Problem when there's too many numbers in the box, it's so congested, it's hard to pinpoint a player. Oh. Good handballish. Oxborough. And he's offside. The substitute Cousins is offside.
Swancott. He's saying to Gallagher, Cousins kicked that ball away and he wanted to get on with things because he knows they're just about out of time. And Cousins, it's a yellow card. Swancott thumps it down the
So,
park.
oh, it's a foul. Sometimes I like to see the assistants, the linesman, help the referee out a little bit. I think the linesman should have, the referee called the foul, he's seen the foul, but the linesman should have, I suppose the sun's in his eyes, should have waved that foul straight away.
He hasn't taken his hand off his head the whole time. The sun's right in the eyes.
Yeah, it would be difficult.
Magic staying nice and high. They're calling on the edge of the box. Not going any further. This ball back stick. And again, Bitts comes up with it, Smudge.
Yeah, another good opportunity here for Lambton. Foxborough on the ball. Cut out by Lambton. Hamill's on the ball. Advances forward. Plays the ball into Waller. Lambton's got space here. Heaps of space. And Waller, he's played the ball out. He thought Brent Hamill was coming up the right-hand side of him. Waller had acres of space. He should have carried into the space, tried to draw a Magic defender out, and slotted in for one of their attackers.
Stay up, Luke.
Only a few minutes to play. We'll be joining Chris Turner after the game with some post-match interviews. Ends are on the ball. Baker's on the ball. Gets past him, gets the shot on, strikes it, just past the right-hand side. Swancott rushes to get the ball. Must be nearly time. Swancott with the goal kick.
Second ball, Bates. Drop Bates. Second ball's fly.
That's a foul against Remington. Accidental, both players running for the ball. Remington just clipped Carroll. And that's a foul to Broadmeadow Magic. They should see it home now.
Down in the corner. David, good boy.
Carroll needs some attention here. Just got clipped by Remington. And just round the grounds. On Saturday, Hamilton defeated Maitland 4-0. That was yesterday's only game at Adamstown. Newcastle Jets Youth 1, Adamstown 0 with 5 minutes to go. Here at Broadmeadow Magic, Broadmeadow Magic 1 in injury time, Lambton 0. At Charlestown City Blues, Charlestown 0, Western Bears 2, and there's been a send-off to Tommy Smart. They're playing with 10 men, and out at Edgeworth 3, Valentine 1 with about 5 minutes to go as well. Some crucial top-of-the-table matches here today. This being one of them, Magic versus Lambton, 1 versus 2.
Once the ball's in play, okay? Can he come on, Rev? No, Coach fouled him. He's got to come back on. Well, let's go then. Come on, waiting for you.
Ruben being a little bit sarcastic to the referee, saying, let's go then, he wants the game played. But just look at Cody Carroll. Now we can go back into the play once the ball's alive. Nice header by Sessions. Kowiak, well controlled, plays it forward to Remington, tries to flick it on. Luke Vigili clears it for Broadmeadow Magic. Waller. And that's a Magic throw in. Time's ticking away, it must be close to full time. Referee stop the watch. Matt Hoole with the throw in.
Tie in the corner. Challenge. Play in again. And again.
Bit of area ping pong here. Baker on the ball. And plays it out for the throw. Just playing for value time. Valuable minutes off the clock. Earl with the throw. And again, another magic throw. Just winding down the clock.
Walk it to the corner, son. All the way in there. Keep walking.
Referee's looking at his clock.
Let's go. Play now, Hulls. No yellow card. Play Cousins.
Well, back to Sessions. Sessions pumps it forward. Hamill gets the ball. Nice touch by Hamill. Advances forward. Magic defenders rushing back. And did well, Magic. Got about 10 blokes behind the ball. Great turn by Remington. And well defended by Jeremy Wilson at the back for Broadmeadow Magic. This is going to be the last roll of dice for Lambton Jaffas. And it's gone out. The ball's just gone to throw. Well out the pass. Back down the line for Brett Howell. Just evaded him and it's gone out for a goal kick. You hear the crowd getting restless here at Broadmeadow Magic Stadium. Been a fantastic afternoon of football. Top of the table clash, 1 versus 2. Obviously that changes today. Sessions with the throw in. Howiak has had a quality game. The centre back for Lambton. Sessions. Well defended by Broadmeadow. Well done by Hill. He's been the only goal scorer today with a deflected goal. And there it is. There's full time. You can hear the crowd. The Westpac Charity Shield. Broadmeadow won. Defeated Lambton. What a tremendous game of football. Tremendous game of football. Goal scorers in the first half from Matt Hill. The deflected goal, but I think Matt Hill will get the goal. Very even contest. Probably Lambton had the slightly more chances than Broadmeadow Magic, however, Magic prevailed and the 1-0 winners. We're going to have some post-match interviews very soon with Chris Turner. And we'll see a presentation of the Charity Shield with Steve Kukoboski from Elders Real Estate, the sponsor of the day. And Richard Jones, the CE of Westpac Helicopter Service. What a fabulous organisation. Congratulations to both set of players today.
Chairman's granddaughter, or the president's granddaughter.
We're just coming into formation here, Smudge. We've got Richard Jones, CEO of Westpac Rescue Helicopter, and Steve from Elders Real Estate, and little Jaden is Steve's grandson. And we'll be shortly joined by the winning captain today is Luke Vigili. So Vigili taking that duty from Josh Piddington while he's having a holiday. Guys, I just want to touch quickly before I get to you, Steve. This Westpac Rescue Helicopter community service, just unbelievable how it comes together and what you guys do. Just tell us a little bit about the scope and how you guys bring it all together.
Oh, thanks, Chris. Yeah, it's a magic day today. Pardon the pun. We can hear actually the chopper just winding up over the back. I think we've got we had a heap of maintenance in the machines going back to Tamworth. So, yeah, look, this has been an enormous service for 42 years. Right up to the border now. Our communities are great supporters. The local sporting communities, obviously, days like this make it very important. There's a whole lot of people come together to make this all happen, and I just happen to sit at the top of the tree along with the board of directors, and you know we fly more than 2,000 hours a year now. I think it's in excess of 20,000 patients we've transported over 40 plus years. So long may it continue, but if it wasn't for days like this, we couldn't do what we do. And my great mate here, Steve, and elders, great supporters of this charity shield, a great initiative, and next year we're going into 10 years, I think. Is that right, Steve? Yeah.
Well, you know, we're all in this community. We're very grateful for what you and your team do for us. And Steve, you've personally, you know, had a touching on this one, and you're a great supporter as elders, a great supporter of this, and we too are grateful for the support that you've put together. Tell us a bit about what's going on today.
Well, today, so far we've raised in cash over $4,500. The raffle's been over 700, so it brings us over about 5,500, and we've got the raffles and auctions to do. It's an absolute honour to do this for the Westpac. And a lot of the old players that Magic have had that love this ground and love the Westpac. Mitch Henry's out South Australia as well, so Mitch, g'day to you too.
Yeah, and look, this event, this is now the 5th year that elders have been involved in supporting the Westpac helicopter. A great community event, as we've mentioned and been mentioning all afternoon. You're looking to get to a target of a combined of $40,000.
Yeah. We want to get to 40,000. We've got 5.5. We've got 2.5 to go to get to the 8,000. So we really hope that everyone comes back to the Duke. We've got some lovely prizes and some unusual prizes. So people that are Liverpool supporters, come out. I've got some special stuff for you.
And Jaden, just really quickly, we'll go to you because this is always fun. Jaden, are you really proud of your grandfather and what he's doing with the support for the helicopter?
Yes.
Say yes. That sums it up. That's perfect. Well, look, we'll wrap it up. We were hoping to get Luke Virgili here just with us, but he's being attended to or spoken to at the moment. And we'll do, if we can, very quickly, we'll just hold just for a moment because I think he might be on his way over, and we'll present this trophy. And just in tune with the Westpac Rescue Helicopter doing its thing in our local community in the background. Luke, we're just going to do a presentation right here. Congratulations. This is not only 3 points, but it's a shield, a Westpac charity shield. Steve, I'll hand it over to you.
Hand it over to Luke, mate. Luke, thank you very much to Lambton Jaffas and Broadmeadow Magic. Great support by both sides. I really do appreciate everything you guys do. Without the two teams participating and what they do, this wouldn't happen. So I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much to everyone.
And just quickly, Chill, we'll get to you if that's okay. Just on the game itself, you guys seem to play with that 5 at the back, essentially. You knew that players like Crowley are going to be dangerous. How tight was it out there? I mean, it looked a very physical encounter. How tight did you feel the game was, and where did you think that they were likely to break through? Because it was right to the end, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was right to the end. Probably Crowley up top was a bit of a handful for me and Griff, but lucky we kept a clean sheet. First half, I think he was getting down in our channels a little bit, but second half we tightened it up and yeah, did well to get 3 points.
And Zadkovic at half-time obviously would have had a bit to say. What was the message that you came out with?
Probably just being that half a metre tighter than what we were in the first half. First half, like I said, they got in behind a little bit and had a few half chances, whereas second half I think we were just that little bit tighter and yeah, saw a game out.
Yeah, it was a good, valuable 3 points for you today. And look, this event, again, thank you to both Elders Real Estate and to the Westpac Rescue Helicopter, and congratulations again. Great 3 points, and congratulations on the first bit of silverware. Smudge, back to you.
Okay, thanks CT, and thanks to Steve Kukakomoski and Jonesy down there, and Luke Virgili with the Westpac Shield. Just really quickly around the grounds today at Adamstown, Newcastle Jets 1, Adamstown 0. Here at Broadmeadow Magic, Broadmeadow 1, Lambton 0. Out at Charlestown, Western Bears 2, it's currently in injury time, Charlestown 0. And at Edgeworth 3, Valentine 1. It's been a great day of football here at Broadmeadow Magic. Broadmeadow prevail 1-0 over Lambton Jaffas. Massive congratulations to both set of players. And on behalf of Bath TV, thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you next week.